there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and I have done a non-fiction haul this month, and now it's time for a fiction haul. The first I want to show you, the first book is one that came in a current book box. It came with some tissues that say, "For all the places you cry in public." There was a lovely star that says, "There is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't," and this is by John Green. And this is a little star, I don't know if you can see that, on a bracelet that you can tie around your wrist, which is lovely. And the book is one that I was really looking forward to anyway, and that is The Places I've Cried in Public by Holly Bourne. I love Holly Bourne's writing. This one sounds right up my street. Hopefully it's going to make me cry. I know that's a really strange thing to say, but I do love a good book that pulls on my emotional heartstrings. This is about a young girl, her relationship with a boy, how much in love she was, but how perhaps she saw it with rose-tinted glasses, and she is now looking back on all the times that this person made her cry, and looking back on this relationship, and yeah, trying to work out how it went wrong. In another book box I received this one, which is by Jenny Erpenbeck, called Go Went Gone, which was the winner of the English Pen Award, and not one that I'd heard of at all until it came in this book box. It's about a retired professor. It says, Richard, a retired university professor who's found a surprising new community on Oranienplatz among the African asylum seekers who've set up a tent city there. And I think this is going to be looking at race, privilege and nationality. And it says here it was longlisted for the 2018 Man Booker International Prize, so that's interesting as well. One book that I just had to have is The Toll by Neil Shusterman. I absolutely love this series so far. This tome will be read hopefully by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. It's one that I was highly anticipating and definitely will be trying to push myself to pick up in December. Next up is another book I'd never heard of before, which was very kindly sent to me. It's The Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davies. I think the front of this looks really beautiful. I'm loving the sort of gold splattering. It says, Asta the Protector, Violet the Favourite, Tansy the Medic, Mallow the Fighter, Clementine the Catalyst. Sold as children and branded with cursed markings, trapped in a life they would never have chosen. When Asta's sister Clementine accidentally kills a man, the girls risk a harrowing journey to find freedom, justice and revenge in a country that wants them to have none of those things. Pursued by powerful forces, both living and dead, their only hope lies in a story passed from one girl to another, a story that only the most desperate would ever believe. It's going to take more than luck for them all to survive. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that sounds really good, and hopefully it will be a page turner. This one unfortunately doesn't come out until March 2020, so I can't tell you much about it yet, but it's called And the Stars Were Burning Bright by Danielle Jawando. This is the story of two brothers, and when 15-year-old Nathan discovers that his brother has taken his life, his own life is changed drastically, and this is taking a look at the effects of suicide on siblings and family members. The next book is one that I just find really interesting. Somebody else talked about it on their channel, and it really piqued my interest. I think it was Kayla actually from Books and Lala. It's called Michigan versus the Boys by Carrie S. Allen. Kayla did a video series recently where she was reading books, sort of hockey books, ice hockey books, and I think this is one that she picked up during that time and really loved. This is about a girl who has joined a male hockey team. I think maybe the girls team has shut down, or there is no girls team, so she's joined the boys team and she is playing with them, but it's about the harassment and the way that they treat her, and yeah, I think it's going to be a real look at resilience and dealing with gender issues and gender politics in sports, and I think it sounds fascinating. And the final three books I want to show you are ones that I was very kindly sent from Book Break. The first of these is called The Sin Eater by Megan Campisi. This says at the front, a dark and thrilling page turner that turns a dystopian eye on the past in an unnerving contemporary way. That sounds fascinating. This is set in 16th century England and is this idea about sin eating and someone that eats someone's sins on their deathbed. There is a YA series which looks at that as well, and I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's by Melinda Salisbury. I could be wrong. Maybe it has a sin eater in there, but this one is about someone who becomes a sin eater, I think. And it says here, there's an old adage that says there's really only two stories: a man goes on a voyage or a stranger arrives in town. This is the third: a woman breaks the rules. This doesn't come out until July next year, so this is super early, but I will be talking about it nearer the time. This next beautiful novel also comes out in 2020. I don't know if you can fully appreciate its beauty here. It's called The Animals of Lockwood Manor by Jane Healey. It says, August 1939. As the world goes to war, Hetty Cartwright arrives at Lockwood Manor, tasked with the evacuation and safekeeping of the Natural History Museum's most treasured animal collection. Yet life at the manor proves challenging for Hetty, who must protect her charges from both the irascible Lord Lockwood and resentful servants. It seems that every inhabitant has something to hide, not least Lucy, Lord Lockwood's beautiful yet haunted daughter. But when some of the animals start to go missing, Hetty begins to suspect that someone or something is stalking her through the darkened corridors of the house. Amid the rumours of ghosts and curses, what else is Lockwood Manor hiding? This says it's part love story, part mystery, and I just think it sounds fascinating, and I love this idea of this sort of natural history. Yeah, I just think I can't wait to read this one. The final one is a Frances Hardinge book, and I've become quite interested in reading some more of her work. This one is Deep Light, and it specifically spoke to me because of its sort of underwater and sort of sea themes. This is set on an island. It's about two people, I think it's two young boys maybe. It's Jelt and Hark, who are scavengers, and they scavenge anything they can sell so that they can live, but there's something going on under the waves are calling. I think one of them is maybe captured by this underwater something, and the other one has to go on a rescue mission, and I just think it sounds fascinating, and I love anything set underneath the sea, so I'm hopeful that we'll come across all sorts of weird and wonderful and interesting creatures as we go deeper into the depths. So that is some of the fiction books that I have either received from publishers or come in book boxes or have bought myself this month. They all sound brilliant to me, and I can't wait to read them and let you know my thoughts. But which ones of these do you think sound most interesting? Let me know in the comments down below, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.